Have you ever wondered if there are missing elements in the periodic table? Imagine the periodic table as a grand map, charting the terrain of all known elements organized meticulously by atomic numbers and properties. Yet whispers of a myth persist, a myth of missing elements, a notion that suggests there could be undiscovered elements lurking in the unknown. So, are there elements hiding from us? Let's delve into the world of atoms and elements. So, what exactly is the periodic table? You might think of it as a comprehensive directory, or a family photo if you will, of all known elements in the universe. Every element from hydrogen to oganesson has its unique address on this table, determined by its atomic number and distinct properties. Now imagine the periodic table as a well-organized city. The streets, known as periods, run horizontally, while the avenues, referred to as groups, run vertically. Each element is like a house on this grid, and its address or position gives us a wealth of information about its chemical behavior. The periods or rows are numbered from 1 to 7. As you move from left to right within a period, the atomic number of the elements increases. This progression denotes the addition of more protons in the nucleus and electrons in the outer shell, influencing the element's reactivity and other characteristics. On the flip side, the groups or columns numbered from 1 to 18 contain elements with similar properties. For instance, Group 1, also known as the alkali metals, are highly reactive, while Group 18, the noble gases, are remarkably stable. This organization makes the periodic table a powerful tool. It's more than just a chart, it's a roadmap to understanding the elemental components of our universe. From predicting the behavior of elements to helping us understand their atomic structure, this table is a chemist's best friend. Understanding this table is like having a cheat sheet for the chemical universe. Each square on the periodic table represents an element, but what exactly is an element? Well, in the simplest of terms, an element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical means. Picture it as the fundamental building block that forms the foundation of all matter around us. Now, what makes each element unique? It's all about the number of protons in its nucleus. This atomic number, as it's known, is what determines an element's identity and its position on the periodic table. For instance, hydrogen, sitting at the top of the table, has 1 proton, while helium has 2, and so on. Each element essentially has its own proton fingerprint. So whether it's the oxygen you breathe, the gold in your jewelry, or the silicon in your computer chips, they all trace back to these unique elemental building blocks. In essence, elements are the ABCs of the universe. Now that we understand the periodic table and elements, let's tackle the myth of missing elements. There's a common belief that there may be undiscovered elements lurking out there, hidden from our knowledge. But here's the truth. Every naturally occurring element has already been discovered. We've got everything from hydrogen, the lightest element, to oganesson, the heaviest element that we currently know of. Sure, it's possible to create new elements in the laboratory, but these artificial elements are typically unstable and decay quickly, often within fractions of a second. They're like fireworks bursting into existence and then fading away, and this instability grows as we move further down the periodic table. This brings us to the intriguing concept of the island of stability. This theoretical region of the periodic table suggests a limit to the number of possible elements. It proposes that there are super-heavy elements yet to be discovered that are relatively stable compared to their quick-to-decay neighbors, but this is still a theory and has not been proven. So, while we may continue to experiment and push the boundaries of our knowledge, the fact remains that all naturally occurring elements have been accounted for. The periodic table, as we know it today, is complete. We've charted every island in this elemental ocean. While the periodic table may yet expand, the myth of missing elements is just that, a myth. So, what have we learned today? We've journeyed through the periodic table, gaining a deeper understanding of its layout and purpose. We've defined elements as the building blocks of everything around us. Most importantly, we've debunked the myth of missing elements, revealing the table as a fully formed guide to our material world. Remember, the periodic table is not a puzzle with missing pieces, but a comprehensive map of the building blocks of our universe.